So what if your customer already has batteries? There's lots of solar customers out there these days. And I think that's where, in fact, a lot of the inquiry is coming from. Should you replace their existing system, add to their existing system? Well, we'll go through a couple of options at least so you're aware of them. Just a note, watch out on the older systems. Keep in mind that depending on the age, it might have been installed under a different level of standards, and there may be a requirement for you to bring, say, the array, the PV array, up to the current standards. So just be careful about that one. A couple of different approaches. Adding a battery inverter. We've covered a few manufacturers there. Have a look at the compatibility. If you have, for example, a Schneider solar inverter and you're putting a Schneider battery inverter next to it, that should be fine. You might need to upgrade some firmware along the way. If it's not like for like, then it might be worthwhile talking to the manufacturer about that. Replace existing solar inverters with a hybrid or with an ESS. I think that's probably going to be the most common approach, frankly. Whether that's a good thing or not, maybe some of these inverters we're going to replace are actually perfectly fine. Does that mean we're going to have a thriving second-hand inverter industry? Possibly. And then other solutions. I'm sure that there's probably things I would have put in this presentation if I knew about it, but I just don't know about it because it's only just happened. So it's certainly a very dynamic market. There's a lot of products coming to the market all the time. Keep your ear to the ground. In terms of perhaps replacing something that's already there, perhaps offer a cashback. I've certainly seen that work to good effect in the hot water industry. So let's have a quick look at these. If we put in place a battery inverter, we can do so adjacent to the existing solar inverter, and that's where we install our batteries. Benefit here is that battery inverters are designed originally or essentially for off-grid use, so the ability to deliver power in blackout is typically very strong with those products. Or we could just remove the existing solar inverter and whack in a hybrid inverter, or perhaps a hybrid battery, which does mean we do not need to touch the existing solar inverter. So that's an interesting approach where the battery is in line with the PV modules. Or perhaps another one, remove the inverter, put in an energy storage system.